afternoon. Download the free talkSPORT app to sample all of our sister stations. Now, it's time for a weekly boxing feature, The Breakfast Bout. This week we're talking about the future of Anthony Joshua, so let's hear a snippet from the latest episode of Talk Boxing with Simon, Spencer and Addy, which is live on the talkSPORT Boxing YouTube channel right now.
Spencer, if the trainer says something and you're in that moment, you react to that and you will do that. And so him saying there, no, you need to go for it, you need to go for it. AJ in his own head now is thinking, right, when I see that opportunity and he make a fundamental mistake.
Okay, then you say that one. Would you like to see AJ switch trainers?
I like to see AJ switch trainers. I'll tell you who's the trainer he should switch to. Is Don Charles. Don Charles known him since he was an amateur, knows him inside out, and more importantly, with AJ, it's all here. And Don Charles knows him inside out, and he would be a great addition to Anthony Joshua. So the answer is, yeah, if he switched trainers, and Don Charles is the guy.
Well, to hear that episode in full, head over to talkSPORT Boxing YouTube channel now. And joining us for more than that now is the man himself. It's a very good morning to top trainer Don Charles. Don, good morning, mate.
Morning,
how are you?
Don.
Good morning to you, gentlemen.
Don, thanks for joining us. The first thing I'm going to ask you, Ian, Spencer made an observation, made a statement. Is that something that would interest you? Is that something that AJ needs? I'm guessing you think you could perhaps take him to another level.
Well, it's one of those questions. That's Spencer's opinion. It's not my opinion in the sense that if it's almost that of a football manager being asked if he's linked with a player's linked to a club, should I say, that's still with another club. I'm not at liberty to really expand on that. It's not something I'm looking out for. Presently, I have my fighters, namely Daniel Dubois, who I'm working with.
Yep.
So my focus and concentration is purely on that. But nevertheless, it's nice to hear your name being linked with such names.
Of course, as you're doing a lot right then, if you're getting mentioned in that kind of category in those conversations. Now, I've got to ask you, Don, there was talk potentially of AJ fighting Jake Paul. I mean, surely, and it's only my opinion, mate, and I think I probably speak for a lot of boxing fans, surely AJ's not ready for that yet, or does he need it?
Well, the world that we're living in today has changed as we know it. So many times we've said when such things are mentioned initially, everyone's like, surely that's not going to happen. And before you know it, it's happening. So nothing really surprises me in the world that we're living in, the world of sport that we're living in today, because like I said, in most recent times, there's a lot of names that have come up. For instance, when Ngannou was first mentioned he was going to fight Tyson Fury, people ridiculed it.
Yep.
Then we all tuned in, including me. We tuned in to watch it. And then they said AJ was going to fight Ngannou. Again, it was ridiculed initially. Again, we all tuned in and watched it. So who's to say that this won't materialize? I wouldn't be surprised if it does.
Don, obviously Daniel's in training now, and you're always trying to improve as a boxer. What are you working on at the minute with him?
It's almost like the way I'm old school. I'm known as an old school trainer, and I like that because what you do, you just keep tweaking your fundamentals. I mean, Ali McCoy, who was speaking to in the studio, Ali played at the highest level you could play. So he would tell you that it doesn't matter how good you are, how advanced you are, you just got to keep working on the basic fundamentals, keep tweaking them. And that's exactly what we do.
Don, there's also some big news last week. The IBF have confirmed that Derek Chisora has been installed as a mandatory challenger for Daniel's heavyweight title belt. A little bit of irony. Obviously, currently trained Daniel, previously trained Derek for a long time during his career. He's, of course, said that he's going to retire after his 50th fight.
Yeah.
I mean, would you like to see that fight?
Well, Derek's not going to like this. I wouldn't like to say it for a lot of reasons, because his age, there's a lot of mileage on the clock. To face off against a guy who's practically, as a human being, he's in his prime of age, of 27 years of age. Every man, we all go through the same. Our body, especially if you're a sportsman, it's at its best at 27. Between 27 and 30, you're at your best. So it's I wouldn't want to see that for Derek, for anyone. especially for Derek, Derek's had 49 fights. I've trained him for 38 of those fights. So I am his original coach who formulated the style that he does. No, I wouldn't want to say it for health reasons, but I would want to, in my other heart, Derek deserves a good send-off of a big money fight, a big exit, because he's served the British boxing so well over the years. He's entertained the fans and is a crowd favorite. He comes to fight, he brings it all. He brings war, like he likes to be known as. Yeah, I wouldn't want to see that, especially who I'm connected, the way I'm emotionally obviously connected to Derek. So it wouldn't be good for me to be in the opposite corner with a young man in the name of Daniel Dubois. It's kind of a mixed emotions here. So yeah, I wouldn't want to see it happen, but for Derek's sake, in the sense that Derek wants a send-off, what a send-off it will be. And look, I'm not the governing body who commissioned it. I'm not a promoter who potentially staged it. I'm just a trainer. I'm caught in the middle, but I'm a professional. If I'm called upon a duty by my guy, Daniel Dubois, to defend his title against whomever, then I have to be professional.
Absolutely, Don. I get it. Contrasting emotions there, which is totally understandable. And finally, before we let you go, this Friday night it's the Ryder Cup of Boxing as Spencer Oliver's UK team take on Roy Jones Jr.'s Team USA at Stamford Bridge. You can watch all the action unfold live on the talkSPORT Boxing YouTube channel. You, Don, have a heavyweight in the card, Harry Armstrong. What can you tell us about him?
Yeah, correct. Harry Armstrong. We call him Dirty Harry after the Clint Eastwood. So basically, he's actually a very clean boy. It's just a name that suits him. He looks like an American. He's got a long beard. He just looks like he's from America, and we named him Dirty Harry. And he comes out to the theme music of The Good, Bad, and the Ugly. He's a fan-friendly fighter, a big, gentle giant Harry. Yes, he's on that bill representing England against the USA, Stamford Bridge. I'm going to be in his corner, and I believe he's going to do the business, deliver. He's trained very, very hard for it, and I believe he's going to win his fight against the American.
Great, John. We're looking forward to it. Listen, thanks very much for taking the time to join us this morning, and keep up the good work, my friend. Thanks again.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, and God bless you.
Take care. Now make sure to tune into the Breakfast Bout every Wednesday, as talkSPORT Breakfast will be joined by a big name guest from the world of boxing. That is every single week. That was great to be doing.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.